Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Mindful server. Wow. That's all I have to say. This past week has been intense. I got a lot of work done at the village. As soon as I press F5 here at our spawn village, you're going to see the changes that we've made. So, pressing F5 now. Boom. Whoa. I'm named Gamer. Chillax. Whoa, what are you showing us here? What are you showing us? Well, this is the new addition, some of the new area to the village that I got to working on this past week. Spent a lot of time off camera kind of building and expanding the village. So down here, down this sort of walkway, is where we had initially this pond. So I've added a path extending up into here. This is actually where the hill used to be, and that's been completely flattened. And so that's not here anymore. We got these new houses added in. This house is one of my favorites, actually, because the staircase to get to the second floor is on the outside. And you can come on inside. It's got this nice, like, 3x3 window. Nice view of a farm. And a nice little balcony. So yeah, I've been working on this past week. I was initially going to do an episode on it, but unfortunately it kind of sucked, the episode, so I scrapped that and just went ahead and figured, you know what, I'll just show it off after it's all finished. Now, this isn't necessarily the topic for the episode today. I got to working this past week quite a bit on a new river. Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, this thing is something else. A bunch of the players and we were talking one night on like Discord, and I would just spent the night basically working on this. I tore a giant hole in the ground, and then I filled it all with cobbles, or with regular sand. Holy smokes, I can't talk. With stone and andesite. So that's the plan for today's episode, is to work on expanding this pier to build a dam, as that's the title of the episode. So the dam is going to go right here, and we're going to put some bridges and stuff obviously over top of this. You can get from one side of this village to the next village and eventually expand it up until this point. But I kind of got burnt out working on this whole area over there. I'm not really in the mood to build villages and houses right now. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But we are going to start off by placing down some leaves in this area. And the leaves are going to essentially be where the top of the water is. So we're going to do this height. And then fill everything in from this height. And then pretty much the whole area is going to be a giant down current. So if you're going to come in here, you're going to be stuck in a little bit of a wave, like, what do you call those? Underwater currents. But yeah, I'm going to get to working on filling up this ginormous river with leaves and stuff. And then fill it up with water. Yay, water. And then we can go ahead and build the dam. Alright, so I got the wall set up here. On the other side is actually just the leaves, as you can see right there. So that we'll just fill all the top of this in with water. Oh, look at that. There's some pillagers over there. We'll fill in the top of this with water, and then on this side, I want to do something like, if you've ever seen a dam, it's got like a hole in the middle of it where it sort of lets water through. So we're going to try to achieve that here. I want to make it look sort of like a, well, I guess not really like this, but more like a pipe coming out of the wall. Something like this. Alright, that is looking pretty good. Now, on the sides here, I had thought we could use some kind of pillars or something. Let's see if we can get a better vantage point than in the water there. So something like with 2 pillars on either side. Now, we could do this out of wood, or we could do this out of stone. If we were to do it out of wood, I'd want it to look a little bit thicker than just a typical 1 block thick post. Where? Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys. I got to figure out where these pillagers are. Where are the rest of them? Why is there only one dude here? So I have like an idea in my head. It's just going to be about whether or not I can translate that idea into the game. I want to do it with wood, with like oak planks and oak logs. We'll start here. Wow, this is going to be tough. No, that's a little bit too thick. We want to go with something a little bit thinner. We could do this. No. Ta-da! Alright, guys. Well, unfortunately, I'm not the greatest at doing recording and playing at the same time, or talking while building, so I didn't talk at all, but the project is finally finished. I want to put some lanterns in here. I gotta try to find the best spot to put them. Maybe we could do it up above, because this will just eventually be all water. So this here is the pathway. I am quite pleased with how it turned out. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Nah, I don't really like that though. And we can't hang them from that, though we could do like beams in between. But I don't want to, because when you're running, you go, oh, you hit your head like that. So that's why the block is at that specific height as it is right now. It's almost like the lanterns need to be like that. And thank goodness they're all 3 blocks. Well, they're all odd numbers, except for this one. Why is this one not an odd number? The one on the end here is an odd number. Whoops, my mistake. Made a mistake here. Alright, there we go. All fixed in. 1 extra block has been added to the bridge. And that is looking really, really good. I am quite pleased with how that turned out. Alright, flooding the water, or filling in the leaves now. Or filling in the river. Not filling in the leaves. Obviously there's some spots down there we have yet to fill. But that's totally fine. And then we're going to waterlog a bunch of these slabs too, because 1.10? Whenever that was. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for this episode here today. It's all I have the time and interest in doing on this lake, obviously. I kind of think it would be nice to have some like rocks jetting out of here with some trees overhanging and whatnot all along here, but I don't know what it is or what's gotten into me recently, but this has just lost my interest completely. This entire village. This episode has taken like a week, almost a week and a half now to make. And this entire time I have just been dreading it. I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure it's because this village is really not drawing enough inspiration for me yet, or right now, so it's a good chance that in the next couple of episodes we will not be working on this, and I'll be focusing on doing some things that interest me a little bit more than this. I don't know. Although it's coming together quite nicely, I need to take a step back and really just sort of appreciate it for what it is right now. Because I spent the past like week just working on this, and it's not been the greatest past week trying to force myself to build this, so I think we're going to work on some more projects that I'm actually truly passionate about, because otherwise what's the point in all of this? What's the point in doing any of this if I'm not going to enjoy it? So hopefully that kind of gives you some insight into why maybe it seems I've been a little bit down with recording, or at least why this episode took so long to release. I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So take care. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.